Okay, you're welcome to my channel, and today I'll be treating some Jamb likely questions in biology. Let's get straight to the board. Okay, before we start off, I want to advise that you study smartly. You understand? Now, Jamb recommended some textbooks for you in your subjects. I would advise you get those textbooks, okay, and study smartly. Read with the textbook, okay. It will help you as well. So let's get straight to the board. Now the first question says, which of the following is the lowest category of classification? A, class. B, family. C, species. D, genus. So which of the following is the lowest category of classification? Now this question comes from the topic taxonomy. You know, taxonomy, that's the classification of organisms, okay, in their respective order or hierarchy. Now if you check my other video, I talked about the hierarchy of classification, okay. That's the level at which organisms are classified. Now I give I say an acronym for it. That's, I said, you can use you can use a KP class. Yeah, KP class of GS. Okay. KP class of GS, where K stands for kingdom. Okay, kingdom. P stands for phylum. Okay, let me just outline them. Kingdom. Okay. We have phylum. Okay. We have phylum. We have class. We have order. We have family. We have genus. And we have species. Please, you bear with me, okay? Now for this phylum is classified into two. We have division, that's for plants, okay, whereas phylum itself is for other animals. So this is the hierarchy, this is the order in which living organisms are classified. Now kingdom, we have about 5 kingdoms, okay. Animals or organisms are classified into 5 kingdoms. We have the Monera, the Protista, the Plantae, the Fungi, and Animalia. Okay, so that will be in my next video. I'll talk about it. We're going to look at classification in details. We have the phylum, we have class. Okay, animals or humans are actually classified as, or mammals are classified in the class called the Mammalia. Okay, the Mammalia. Sorry. Mammalia. Okay, the Mammalia. We have the order, we have family, we have the genus and species. Now, organisms possess 2 names. That's the genus name and the species name. It is called binomial nomenclature. Okay. For instance, humans are called Homo sapiens. Okay. The Homo is the genus. Okay. Whereas the species is the word sapien. Do you understand? So let's get straight to the question. Which of the following is the lowest category? Now, from this acronym, which of them is the lowest category of classification? A, class. B, family. C, species. D, genus. So the answer is what? Species. Species is the basic unit of classification of living things. Okay, now from this question you're seeing it there is a basic unit of classification. Now in this species, okay, animals or organisms that find themselves, they can interbreed. For instance, Homo sapiens, okay, that's humans. Okay, now for genus are actually a hierarchy whereby the organisms are closely related. For instance, the family Panthera. Okay, yes, the family Panthera. Okay, the family Panthera. This is the genus of closely related organisms. For instance, you know, like lion, tiger, leopard, okay, they fall into this genus because they are closely related. You understand? So the lowest category of classification is the species, or it is called the basic unit of classification. Okay, so let's get to the next question. Okay, so the next question says an arthropod that is destructive at early stage of its life cycle is dash A, the millipede, B, C, mosquito, and D, butterfly. Now take note, this also comes under classification of living things as well, because we have the vertebrates, we have the what invertebrates. Now an arthropod is an invertebrate. We have about 9 classes, or yes, 9 classes of invertebrates. Okay, we have 5 of what the vertebrates. So the vertebrates and the non or invertebrates. Okay, so we have about 5 classes here and 9 here. So we have the amphibians. Okay, we have the amphibians, which includes the toad, frog, okay, salamanders, okay. So we have the species, that's the fish, example, fish. Okay, we have the reptilia, that's the reptiles, crocodile. Okay, we have the mammalia. Okay, the mammals, the mammalia. So we have the mammals, whale, humans, and all that. Okay, and the 5th one we have the aves. Please take note, aves. These include birds. Okay, so birds are called the aves. Now birds, not just the one that flies, even your what's it called, duckfowl and all that. Okay, so they fall in as birds. So the 5 classes of vertebrates include the amphibians, the species, the reptilia, the mammalia, and the what apes. So for the invertebrates, we have about 9 of them. Or time will not permit me. We have the sponges. We have the plantihermites. Okay. We have the nematoda. Sorry. We have the colentriads. Sorry. Okay. We have the colentriads. Okay, which include the sponges. Okay, we have the plantihermites. Okay, example, the liver fluke. We have liver fluke here. Liver fluke falls here. Okay, we have the nematoda. We have the annelida. Earthworm falls in here. Okay, we have the arthropods. This is the largest of them, or where insects fall in here. Okay, we have the echinodermata. Example, we have the starfish. Okay, we have the mollusca. Okay, let me just do something here. We have the mollusca. So, example of the mollusca, we have snail. Okay, we have the crustaceans. crustaceans. Example, we have crab. Okay, so these are how organisms are classified. Okay, for time's sake, let me just rush off. Okay, so back to the question. It says an arthropod that is destructive at early stage of its life cycle is A. Millipede, C. Mosquito, D. Butterfly. You know, when I was talking about the invertebrates, I talked about the arthropods, that insecta. You know, it has a subdivision. Okay, we have insects. Insects belongs here, and this is the largest. So from this question now, you might be tempted to pick B, mosquito, or butterfly, because millipede is not an insect. Okay, it's not even an arthropod. Do you understand? Okay. So okay, let's go then. So B is not destructive. Instead, it is a what? A pollinator. It facilitates or it fosters pollination. Okay, in plants. Now mosquito, at its early stage, they are not destructive. Okay, they settle in water. That's where they are. They settle. Their larval stage they are found in water, whereas the adult stage of it is what causes malaria, dengue fever. Okay, and also the larval stage of mosquito is called the wriggler. Okay, it's called the wriggler. Now butterfly is the adult stage. Now this process, when you talk about early stages, you're talking about metamorphosis. Okay, let me do something. Metamorphosis. That is a change. Okay, even B2 with metamorphose. Okay, metamorphosis. We have the complete and then what's incomplete metamorphosis. An incomplete metamorphosis. Okay. So an arthropod that is destructive at early stage of its life cycle is, the answer is what? The butterfly. At its early stage, that is called the caterpillar. Please take note. The caterpillar is the early stage of butterfly. I believe you've seen some of it on the on leaves. Okay, where it causes patches on leaves. You see them, those green things that looks like aha. That's what they call what? The caterpillar. They consume what? Leaves. Okay. Now millipede actually act on decayed organic substances. Okay. So as such, the answer here is what? Butterfly. Butterfly. So let's get to the next question. Okay, so the next question says, an animal body that can be cut along its axis in any plane to give two identical parts is said to be A. Asymmetrical, B. Symmetrical, C. Bilaterally symmetrical, D. Radially symmetrical. Now, an animal that can be cut along its axis in any plane. Now, two things are involved there. You can actually cut from the center, that's the central axis, or you cut what? From the midline. Okay? From the midline. Do you understand? Do you understand? Okay, so an animal body that can be cut along its axis in any plane to give two identical parts is said to be. Now from this question, asymmetrical means there is no line of what? Symmetry. Now when you see the word A, for instance, you see asymmetrical, acylomites. Okay, it means no. This A here means no. So there's no line of symmetry. This one, there's no true body. No, ciliated means they have true body. True bodies. So when you see a ciliate, that's no true body. Do you understand? So central means these organism can be cut, okay, along its what axis, that's central axis. Whereas the midline means it can be cut from the midline. So for instance, example, humans fall here, okay, that is the bilateral. Now the word bilaterally symmetrical. Bilaterally symmetrical. Okay, means two. Bi means two. That's when you cut from the midline, you have what? Equal halves. But the question says, see, this is where it becomes tempting. Say cut along its axis. Now along means this. You know when you're going along, is for instance, you're going along the way. It means you're walking downwards along the way, right? You're not walking in the midline, you're just walking along the way. So for this question, the answer falls on central axis. Now from the word radial, okay, radial, I believe you know that a circle has a circumference and what the radius, okay? So this is the circle. So the radial, that's the radius, means what? From the center. So this is the central axis. From this spot, this is central axis. So the question says it can be cut along its axis. So from the word radial, it means what? It is radially symmetrical. Okay. So example of organisms that can or that have this symmetry is what? The starfish. Okay, we have starfish. Okay, we have jellyfish as well. So both of them falls in this category. So the answer is what? Radially symmetrical. Okay, thank you for watching. I believe you found value in this video. Please do well to subscribe, do well to like and ask questions where necessary. Like I said, I promise I'm going to take you through your Jamb syllabus, okay, with the recommended textbooks. So ensure you get the recommended textbooks. And also let me give you an expo, a tip. If you want to download textbooks, free textbooks, okay, you can go to this website. Let me get it for you. Okay, it is called PDF drive.com. Okay, you can type www.pdfdrive.com or you use your Google, your Chrome to search for it. Just search for pdfdrive.com. Then when you open the website, you see a search bar. Type in what you want there. You type the name of the textbook and you search if it's there. But most textbooks are actually there. Okay, so you get there and you read and you have a PDF file of that textbook if you don't have money to get the physical textbook. Okay, thank you for watching and bye.